Hello everyone, how very good of you to join and welcome back once again to Frostpunk 2. Boy, it's so cold in here in this game and so full of tension, yet I'm totally happily dancing along. I have no idea why, perhaps because I just totally love this game. It is a week 655 right now and it's not getting any easier at this point. Usually most games kind of like collapse in mid-game and you kind of like develop this snowball effect where you just get better and better during the game then until you just decisively win this one. Frostpunk 2, as far as I can tell, is not one of these games. Quite the opposite. It's getting really harder for us here. The next temperature drop is coming in. Negative 70 degrees. We're going to reach them permanently, so there is no temperature increase anymore on the horizon. And that means that we're permanently also once again lose our fuel surplus that we have. Right now we're still having a fantastic surplus. That is also thanks to our now finally upgraded advanced fracturing pump jack as of the last episode. That is going to work here for us. We could still do it one more time. I'm still a bit worried though that we might be running out of oil then too quickly on this oil deposit here, right? So we have of course now our oil factory, our oil colony over here as well, that is now happily producing the fuel that Sleepy Hollow needs. They don't really know why they're doing this. It's just important to them that they're actually delivering fuel for the main colony. 20,000 people it is. 20,000 people is not enough at this point anymore, since we do want to actually go for another colony soon. We have another bigger issue here right now, and that is food. And food is actually just barely in a surplus. That means if I get a few more people in, and they will come, then we will not be able to feed our colony anymore, right? The problem also is that we only have one infinite food deposit on this map. So we need to find ASAP, we need to find another food colony. That's a higher priority than my materials colony that I could settle on, but I can't afford the 3,000 workforce loss that we get out of this. There would be, for example, survivors here, but it's lords. It's not something that I would like to do. And we are about to finish right now the next scout, right? So there it is. Very good. And let's just check it out, what we got out of that. A food supply, okay, that would be only temporary though. And there's also oil here, 25,000 stockpile on oil. That's not bad at all. We're actually, I might actually go for this right away. Yep, we unlocked the hills over there, so we're really far out in the Frostland. That also means that any kind of settlement that I build up here is going to take a long time back to Sleepy Hollow. Rapid shifting, there might be possible food finding here, but it's not. It doesn't look like there is a colony possible over there. You usually get a hint of something like that if there's a colony possible. Nowhere to be found here is though food. There is food again. Landscape, uneven terrain, doesn't sound good. Rolling terrains poses a negligible challenge for exploration. It's good. Yeah, let's go for this. It's only 10 Frostland teams that we need. This might be one of them, because it needs 25 Frostland teams. It's a pretty expensive territory. The same goes with this one. There could be really some food, but we are already using now the 10. So I would like to use my remaining 10 for another expedition. Please, just something with food, but as you can see, nothing. So let's use one of these very close by. That one here. There would be some coal over there, perhaps. Okay, benchers begin protesting. They protest my rule, unfortunately. And they would like me to research the automated workforce factory. There is no other requirement for this. Plus, it's not a bad thing, right? Consumes 30 oil and would provide 1,600 workforce for us. Even if we had to build it, I wouldn't be too much inclined against it. There it is. It's a radical idea though. Oh, this is something I did not consider. Because the radical ideas are actually rather problematic. And sure thing, let's do this. The Menders are at 28% strength. I can't promise at the moment to win this game, honestly. We'll just see where it goes. Also, we have the ambition here, colonize the Frostland. So establish a populous food colony, right? The fuel colony we have, the materials colony we potentially could also have. But the 10,000 food colony, that's still something I can't get right now. Research the automated factory. Let's do this. It's just a research though. It's not something that we need to put into law at the moment. There's another resource input now coming for the oil. This will push my oil to 175,000, so that's half my stockpile. But I can already see we're going to need another stockpile. So let's go ahead and once again have a look at my hubs. There's some over there, my fuel stockpile. So let's get this one going. Very good. And I'm going to build me another hub right away, and that's a communication hub. That is something new that we built. It, however, has a base demand of 50 materials. That's insane. Can we still ramp it up on my materials somewhere, please? Alright, we can afford it. Yeah, on the highest level, they really consume a lot of heat. And also, of course, workforce, 800. But it's something that I would like to do because getting the trust levels up is just one of the major challenges in this game. There would be options here, but as far as I can see, I cannot build any hub in there. So we need to build that hub where close to housing districts. So here we have 3 housing districts coming together, right? This would be a very good one. And we can boost 4 districts with that. Pretty nice. Let's build it here. Plus there's going to be more housing over there, right? So this will be totally in the middle of all the housing that we potentially have. I'm just going to go with 1 for now because they're too darn expensive. My next fuel hub has been finished. Act of Vandalism. Damages one of my housing districts. There it is. And of course still this protest here in the housing district is also hurting me a bit. That's that. Negative 70 degrees upon us. Slowed it down on my oil. Another thing we need to build now is the patrol watchtower. This one costs me workforce again. No material though, that's good. And it creates more guard squads from now on. Because now we have a new problem also coming in, and that's crime. The bigger my population gets, and I think with 20,000 we hit that first very important mark. The bigger this gets, the more crime we get, right? Extremely increased by population size. So I can't fill my way around that. So we definitely will need to build me one of these here. And we can build them in the neighborhoods themselves. And we have one more slot available in this neighborhood there. So let's build it over there to also increase my crime protection, my crime fighting that we have. Fund the projects for the foragers. Let's do this once because we were already pretty low on them. And I could also... they're preparing a protest right now. Wait a second. Who's protesting right now? The Venturers are protesting. The Menders are preparing a protest. Yeah, let's... But that's 500 they require. I can't afford that. Okay, we got the communications tower. That is now increasing my trust. So perhaps we can still go around that somehow. Let's go back to the fuel colony, because there's also this requirement to establish 10,000 people here. So I definitely also want to expand this a bit, even though it's just beautifully stable right now. We have finished the advanced fracturing. I think here we also have one. Where's the last oil? There's the oil, so we are going to Frostpunk, and there's, by the way, also something new, and that is the steam hubs, right? So here we do have geothermal springs, and we can use them to harvest the heat out of them for our generator. In this case, I think we cannot transfer this heat though, right? So this heat would be possible for the colony, while every oil then can get over there to Sleepy Hollow. Let's break our way over there to unlock us this... it's not there yet. This oil deposit there that I would like to get. We are also about to finish... Oh, no good deed unpunished. Yeah, that's the watchtower now. A watchtower guard is facing disciplinary action for abandoning his patrol to carry a sickly old woman to an infirmary. Knew something was off when I couldn't smell any oats cooking from Mrs. Weatherby's place. Went up to check and saw her crumpled up on the floor. His commander is clearly displeased. That's all fine, but whilst Savalas was off playing medic, 2 robberies took place in the district. He's asking for Savalas' removal. I really don't want to remove him. Tension is slightly decreased per tower, but the guards squad output is marginally decreased. Let's go with this. Community needs are also important. So let's just try to play the good guy here.
They are here to help.
Okay. Frostland exploration finished, and another one is going to be finished after this as well. So it's a bit of a busy time again. Carry on, a landmark, a reminiscent of a long ship. Our scouts like to say it's the final resting place of a long forgotten king. And, ooh, that's another hut with lots of stockpile. That is 50,000 coal and 50,000 material. We're going to keep this up and running here. And once again, a food area. That's not good. This is too far away here already. This requires 25, so we are finishing this scouting now too. There it is. Over here. The Great Slip exploded. Unfortunately, the game doesn't put me to the place where this happened. Exhausted mine with lots of coal. Oh, come on. This is all... 1,600 machinists are waiting there too. They wouldn't be so bad. But I have more important issues here. There is goods over there. And I wanted... There is also this repair... Rescue party once again. Where were the 25 teams? That's 20 for food. So this is a very dangerous territory. It used to be with 20 Frostland teams. So there's a good chance we might find something quite valuable here. And then we might actually also go for this one. Alright, what exploded? Oh, I see. We lost an oil delivery. This one here is probably going down now. The tar pits. It's running out, so we are going to lose that 100 oil, and with that we're just barely passing by on the oil. Yeah. Second industry zone. Even with that, we're totally fine on goods right now, and prefabs, of course. So I can keep it as is on the industry zone. Material is fine. Housing is also okayish. And then, of course, it's all about these guys here. The menders. I think the lords can actually de-radicalize the menders. So pushing up the lords a bit further. It's not enough for the endorsement. But it should be close. Hooray! 3,000 more people joined. And with that, we're at 23,000 people now. That puts the housing under pressure again. And also my food production now. So, two things. Let's stop the game right away. Still haven't found my food colony yet. There's my food. Hothouse. I could... Have we researched already the advanced hothouse? Advanced bio hothouse. There it is. Produces 50 more food. Yeah. Costs less heat. A bit more workforce requirement. But that would be okay. Because honestly, we have enough workforce. So I'm going to place it over the old one. Over here. And with that, we have solved the food problem, at least for now, once more. Next in line, so goods is still fine. Next in line is the housing. I will definitely need to build me a new housing district now. And of course, we want to have it right where we have the communications tower. So this is once again also then increasing or decreasing the tension. And yeah, we're getting the full bonus of all of this. Right, just as expected. Let's build this. And what? But oh, we didn't research it on time. But I researched it as soon as the promise went up. That's strange. Alright. Nothing I can do about this for now. Housing. And we're probably going for the subsidized housing block once more. To build this somewhere where we still have some space left here, for example. Subsidized is super nice because it also helps my people a bit more. Alright. New district, so we're creeping up the hill here right now in Sleepy Hollow. Another protest over here. The salvaging factory suffers destruction during the Venturous protest. For every 1,000 supporters, they will spread to another district over time. Okay, so we lost the goods production now. There's the whiteout. Coming in 80 weeks. Yeah, next whiteout. What to do about them? I don't have...
on the steward. Take responsibility for your own domain.
No. Giving them money. We're very close though to the endorsement. But I don't want to waste that, right? We could make a promise. That's also not so great. Let's fund them. It wasn't enough. Unfortunately. It's okay though. And why is my trust negative now? We got skeptical foragers, we got hostile venturers, hostile menders. Yeah. I could once again also boost them, right? Promote them. The menders will not like this, but I'm more inclined to go with the venturers, honestly. So let's promote them. This should end the protests now. Yep, very good. Protests are over. 233 were murdered by violent criminals. What is this? Those people really hate each other. Housing district finished, so with that we are now almost equal, so I just need to expand this housing district here once. Let's go ahead and frostbreak our way around it. Over here. Oh, wait a second. This is still possible? This is still possible here, perfect. For a moment it looked like we were separating one tile now from frostbreaking. Very good. So we're getting the goods in again, not quite, as we have a very high good demand now, so I might also need to build another salvaging factory. And we're negative on oil. The oil deposit is gone now. Let's go with the coal. Let's use these, right? We have them. I should use them. And I will also need another fuel stockpile here. Oh, I'm really, really scared right now of that next whiteout there. What does a hub cost? A heating hub. 25 materials on baseline and also some workforce. We should secure at least 2 or 3 of them before the next whiteout. That's super important. And let's go for a fuel hub. Stockpiling fuel is, as always, my main priority as well. Okay. Yeah, can't fiddle my way around that. We need the salvaging factory. Let's build another salvaging factory. Out of money once more. But at least we are looking good on the goods again. At this point it's all about surviving as many weeks as possible, because I don't think we have a real chance here at finishing this ambition. It's looking really bad on a lot of long-term things right now. So that's the fuel. So we have now the coal, of course, right? That means the oil is fine. I don't know. Let's go to the fuel factory. What's going on over here? Is there a problem? No, it should be fine. We can research something new. And I would like to research the heating now. The geothermal plants. This is a very cheap research. It's not really. It's very expensive, in fact. It's a tier 1 research. And it requires a bit of workforce still. That we don't quite have. But I can send some people over. That is possible. To use the heat. Or, how much is an extraction zone? Another one. 20 material, 50 materials, and 600 workforce. Would make the most sense. Oh, we just expand these here. Yep, let's do this. Let's combine their heat now finally also. Let's expand this one and this one. Frost break. There you go. Want to push out a bit more coal, oil. So once we finish this, we should have a bit more oil coming in. There it is. And this one. Maximum heating now, adjacency bonus. Further reducing the oil requirement. Let's finish that expansion. We should be sitting around 90 plus then, I think. Yeah, very good. 100 even. Let's get this over. No Sleepy Hollow. What's going on here? Oh, we cannot transport more. It's already at 600. Oh no. Alright. We have already reached capacity for the Skyway. Research-wise, there should be still something for it. Freight docks. Another 300 additional Skyway capacity. Resource production outputs connected by Skyways is significantly increased. This sounds like a very good thing. We also have the automated one. Costs less workforce. Has more Skyway capacity. But it's only increased the production output. Not significantly increased. Let's go still with the automated one. Build the freight docks, and with that we can send more resources over. The hub has been built, so we are actually working on our way to 450,000 stockpile. I'm still afraid this is not going to last, especially we need to get that oil up again somehow. Being negative on the oil there is really bad right now. Ah, there it is. We have an endorsement, the machinists. So we have at least one go here at the deradicalization of the Venturers.
To keep your heat lamp maintained. It might just save your life.
And then exploration finished. More food. More oil, but that's really far away. So it's not something that I can push right away. We're once again full on the coal stockpile because there's really a lot of coal coming in right now. So let's just go ahead and get this one up once more. And this will lead then to us having 500,000 coal stored. It's probably going to go somewhere over there again, really far away. And in this case, we're also expanding the housing district, so we have then enough housing for everyone now, right? There it is. So all of this is now working again. The fuel is now also at records level. I think we have now twice as much fuel as last time, and counting. That's something. Unfortunately, I still am not able to build me my upgrade to the generator. There has to be a way to unlock a third building slot. Or is this really the option that I have? Because adaptive pumps, then I can't take oil and steam in, right? It's a bit of a strange thing here, and we totally rely on that oil. Or perhaps it's... No, we have the oil coming in, so I need the adaptive pumps, right? So this is it for the generator, I think, at least. Since we have no workforce problem, I would like to also work on the next moss filtration tower. We still have spots, right? Up here in the housing district, that's the new one. Definitely want to have another one. So extremely reduces the squalor that we have, and we got quite a bit still, right? And in that case, also what we could do now is the heating hub that we are about to have then. So the heat demand of the neighboring districts is going down a lot. And let's just see where we can get this in. So we got the industry zone here. I should have probably left another spot available there in the center, but it's still fine. So we can still reduce the heating of all of these zones here, right? That's the industry zones that we have. And this housing district as well. That is still also, even outside of a blizzard, consuming a lot of that already. For the 25 materials, that's okay. So let's build this one. Yeah, here. We reach 4 districts with that. And I would definitely like to have a second one as well. Food has always been super problematic when it comes to the heat consumption. So my food district is over here. With that we can reach it. But only this one. Okay, here we can reach 4 districts once again. So I'm going with... Oh boy. Is this right? There we have a very good position here. With that we reach 4 districts completely, engulfing it. Very good. So let's go for this one for now. This should tremendously help out with the next storm. And we still have plenty of room for the materials. So let's actually build me a third one. I was planning to go with 3 anyway. That might be then really for the food. Because the food, the hothouse, is the highest heat consumption that we have in a storm. Right? So right now it's at 90 just for this one. There's the housing with a... What? 130. That's because of the subsidized housing block that requires 70 heat. Alright, no brainer. Let's go ahead and get me also this one here. So this is getting the food district here, right? This housing district and this housing district leads to heat reduction in 4 districts to some extent. And we have 500,000 stockpile. We actually piled up more coal than we could. I might actually shut down my coal mine for now. Honestly, this would save me a lot of material, so we can stockpile material right now as well. That's something I definitely need. Automated freight dock. That's going to be a super nice building. It doesn't require any heat, so this is also something. And let's just see where we could place this one. It needs to be in my extraction zone. That is unfortunately full. Frostland teams, or we get rid of the exploration time and territory threat level. We don't have any other... we don't have any other zones, unfortunately. So here, once again, I need to make a choice now. Frostland teams. I could get rid of the scouts headquarters at this point. What? Alright, 3,400 more people joined. Food, for a miracle, is still working fine. The venturers once again begin protesting. Pass the mandatory school. Yes. I'm going ahead with this. And squalor is completely gone. I've actually also got an achievement out of this now. It's gone completely, and that means no pollution right now, thanks to that moss tower. Let's do the promise. The mandatory school increases my research speed, however, it also increases my heat stamp upkeep. Right, we lose a few workers there, but that's okay. And it's really something that I want as well. So let's just see. The machinists would help me with this law. And they would like to have the mass-produced goods waste incineration plant. It's just a research though, or the advanced... Yes! Advanced blasting coal mine, that is on my list anyway, to boost my coal output at some point. And with that, it's tough still, right? Let's have a look. Only 51 is required though. Should be fine. There you go. Was a close one though. Some of you have been asking what happens when you fail at a law. Well, you get a trust loss, and that's it. You have to cooldown it again. So you missed out on that possibility, right? That's definitely something. Research the blasting coal mine. Let's go ahead with this right away. We have it down here. And we want to go with the advanced blasting coal mine. So it's an upgrade to my coal mine. Produces then 60 more coal, right? And also produces a bit of squalor. That's it.
Take note. A new rule enters into force.
I really don't know why they would be negative right now. Let's promote them. Improving our relationship. This ends the protest already. And it's fine for me, because I like the Venturers for their progress, right? Their progress, merit and reason. So they're actually fine, even though they're radicals. I would like to bolster them instead of the Menders. The Menders are more for traditions. So that's not something I really like. They're preparing for protest already. There's nothing I can do about that. The Forgers also don't like us that much anymore. So we are totally into progress here. Another problem now is the immigration here. Yeah, we're at 26,000. Food is still fine, though the goods is going down. So we'll need to, there's no way around that anymore, build me another salvaging factory. This also increases my material consumption by another 40 again. Let's get this done over here. And for the housing... for the housing... We do have still, the subsidized housing district costs me the 20 heat again. And I think we can build this one plus another housing district. Right. Let's also build it up here, where we get the maximum heat bonus. It's a bit hard for me to have a look at that, but just look at that, how absolutely cool that looks now. There's the housing district now coming up, just around the cliffs here. And this should then be enough, hopefully, because we can't have any homelessness before the storm, or in the storm. That's just out of the question here. So much workforce. We're on good terms with the Venturers again. I could further grant them the agenda. This is dangerous, of course, because they push a law. At least with the Foragers, I would like to stay on good terms, though. So, even if we're not... Oh, with the Menders. The Lords are also not that far away. This is, once again, a tricky situation. We could fund them. It will not be enough. Let's build the housing district up here. There you go. And let's go in and expand it too. Probably down here. There you go. We'll also expand then over into this area. There's an elevator going down to the lower side here. What a monstrosity this city is becoming. Okay, before the storm hits, let's build another fuel stockpile. I'm going to do it somewhere over here, where we have the extraction zone. And I'm also going to build me another materials stockpile. Alright, so we can do this also here. There you go. And let's build this or quickly finish this. Because right next to Sleepy Hollow, over here, we have this big Royal Mail warehouse that has 50,000 materials and 50,000 coal. Let's get this in. I want to stockpile more than usual for the storm. There's also core up there. So let's get the 3 cores here into my city. There would be an expedition possible here. It's a logical choice to try and find another colony out there. I think still it's somewhere here. And we're doing this after the whiteout though, because it's you can't explore during whiteouts. Okay, advanced blasting coal mine, that's good then for fuel. We're still running low on the oil. Also my material will be running out soon, right? So there is another material boost coming to an end then. There's the stockpiling coming in now. And the machinist demands have been met. That's a nice trust bonus here. And there's also the 550 we are now, and there's the material stockpile coming in. So we're sitting at 150,000 materials as well, just as this storm is about to hit us. And since I want to continue with my trust increase, Pleasure Commons, another one, might be a good idea. Workforce we have, prefabs we have, the 40 heat requirement is hefty, but we should be able to do this with that much stockpile. It increases my trust and reduces tension. And what better spot of having the Pleasure Commons than right up here on this cliff. It's really just right on top of that. There's also trains, by the way, now in my city. And we could still do something here, and that is having the heating hub close by again. Right, so somewhere here. This would then also reduce the heating demand of this very expensive zone now, right? So somewhere up here is probably a right choice for it, because there's going to be more housing around that again. Okay, total equal now on the shelters. Food is now fully stockpiled then. The same goes with materials, still stockpiling a bit more. And there is my Pleasure Commons now. Really, people, you should like me. I mean, come on. I'm doing everything right here for you. Total satisfaction of all the goods. Other than that, I've started the exploration of this, so we have no more teams. We have also 24 guards, so they're reducing the crime rate. There's still lots of deposits over there that we can tackle after the storm. And then, of course, my fuel colony. There's the storm coming in now, so the fuel colony will be hit soon. We still have, though, that oil here, right? The goods is still not being met, but there's no crime, so this is fine. And in that case, it's stable here. It's producing the oil we need. We should upgrade. Now, there is over here the way station, and I'm not entirely sure how it works, but if I build my upgrade here, does it work then? Right, we have the logistics one. And the skyway capacity is increased by 500. I would need to try and test this before I actually put it into motion. So, yeah, right in front of the whiteout, we stop this episode. It's a bit of stable right now, but now the third whiteout is going to hit us, and I'm just curious how hard it will be this time. Stay tuned.